Thank you.
Oh my God.
Yep, that's who we serve.
It's all fake news. It's phony stuff. It didn't happen. And it was gotten by opponents of ours. It was
It's running out. Hi, everybody. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown. I tell you, this business is on. My man is on. Check him out. This is the Godfather Soul James Brown saying stay with it and hit it. Okay, thank you, baby.
Okay. Well, we're on fire tonight. And after this lying pathological liar that has been installed in the White House, that has been a liar from the beginning. He serves his father, the devil. I'm talking about this socialist, communist Biden. And
No, I thought you were talking about me for a second there.
Oh man. Yeah, we talked about the kinder, gentler old man that will leave American citizens behind, and then go on a rally saying that, oh, don't look over there. Nothing's happening over there. Wait, let's listen to a little bit of Hannity. Okay,
Okay.
let's go over here and listen to a little bit of Hannity.
Americans held hostage, abandoned behind enemy lines. Day 24.
Day 24, the Biden administration, they still don't know how many Americans officially have been left behind, and there is zero plan to get them out. While these hostages were abandoned by Joe Biden, they have not been abandoned by their fellow Americans. 6 charter planes from great Americans around the country, including retired special ops officers on the ground, risking their lives, and other private organizations are now on the tarmac in an airport in northern Afghanistan. They're ready to take off, carrying Americans and our allies to Qatar. According to various reports, these planes are now being blocked by the Taliban and others, and have been blocked in some cases for 6 long days. And even the U.S. State Department is not helping. The Taliban is apparently demanding a ransom payment from the U.S. government. The State Department reportedly refusing to grant approval for private evacuation flights to land in other countries. That is insane.
That is insane only by a insane installment of a man who shouldn't even been installed, because he's a liar, he's a murderer. He once said that Trump was the most racist president of all. Well, he never read his history, because Woodrow Wilson, who segregated blacks from white in the White House, who brought in that movie Birth of the Nation and played it in the East Wings, who, when Dave Chappelle, great grandfather, came in and said, could you please set aside a law to stop lynching, Woodrow Wilson wouldn't lift a finger. So to Biden, and it's in my book, 6 Shades of Blindness, my editor said, oh, we should take that out because you don't want to offend anybody. Hell, I want to offend somebody.
Wow, Johnny. I don't think you're too happy.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, and that clip goes a lot more into detail, folks.
Oh yeah.
That's only the tip of the iceberg.
Oh yeah.
The things that are going on right now. Obviously, impeachment is on the table. obviously.
Miss McConnell's who's married to the Fang Fang, whoever he's married to has him in check. She's not gonna. She's coming from China. She's not gonna let him impeach Biden because Biden is in bed with. It's like a threesome. They're all in bed together. He's already said that's off the table. Why is that off the table? You rhino Republican. Why is that off the table? It wasn't off the table with the Democrats. Every chance they got, and when they got into power, boom, they went straight to impeachment. And now this rhino, Mitch McConnell, says, "Oh, that's off the table."
Yeah, and
he's another one of those.
Another interesting piece to this as well. Okay, cool. Let's take impeachment off the table. Let's do this the good old-fashioned way. He's the commander-in-chief. He ought to be court-martialed, yeah?
Yes. Yeah, that's better. Let's see one of those black helicopters dangle him up there as he's floundering around. And then
politically speaking, of course.
Politically speaking.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's do a what do they call what do they call those things when they do it in movies and they create a picture but it's not real.
Computer generated.
Yes, let's have a
CGI type stuff.
like what he did to Clarence Thomas when he had this technological lynching of him when they were trying to confirm him. Let's put him in. Let's put a image of Biden in a digital imagery and see how his supporters like to see a imagery of him, not the real Biden, but a digitally imposed Biden floundering on one of those black helicopters, which the Taliban has forced the Afghan pilots who learned from us how to fly those pilots, those helicopters to do, because they probably threatened the family saying, "We'll kill your family if you don't fly these airplanes." So they had no other choice but to do this because they wanted the safety of their family. And that's what this murderous Biden has done to not only innocent Afghans, but innocent Americans as well. And for him to avoid all questions at all costs, and for the media, the fake news media, to continue this lie, we should put their image up there as well, and have an electronical black helicopter fly them around, dangling from one of those black helicopters too, because they deserve the same thing that the electronical Biden deserves. And we need to get this man out of office, and Harris out of office, and for us to let this happen, ridiculous. This is ridiculous. Oh, anyway, I'm just fired up because the climate change is. He says 1 out of 3 people are affected by climate. Do you know the temperature only went up 1 degree since 1850 something? 1 degree, and he's talking about 1 in every 3 person is affected by climate change. Put a lid on it, Biden. Put a lid on it.
The interesting thing is by 2050, his administration is targeting zero emissions coming from the United States. That's going to be a very interesting and ambitious goal to try to hit in the next 29 odd years.
Even though they're in bed with China, China is slowing down in the chip production. They're slowing down on the materials that they're getting out to create batteries, and they just gave the Taliban, these banditos, $30 million, and that bandito Biden is going to Congress and let's give them some more money. Hell, China's money not enough.
Yeah, the idea that an emergency package has to be passed so that those refugees that have come here, can get taken care of. It's a great idea. We're a kind and generous people, but by gosh, people like myself, I'm sorry, I don't mean to be selfish, Johnny, but people like myself are just going day to day.
Plus, we were only supposed to get the ones that were interpreters. Then I heard they're going to get like interpreters to help them with the English. So what are we doing grabbing the ones that didn't help us out of Afghanistan? We only had our allegiance to the interpreters, the cooks, the people that helped the Americans do their mission there. We didn't have any obligations to those other people.
That's also a very interesting point. The folks that are coming in, and this is I think addressed in later on in that Hannity clip, and that clip's a day old as well.
Yeah.
So
day 25. It's not day 24.
Right, exactly. So where we're sitting right now today is not where we were sitting yesterday. Those planes that were sitting on the tarmac were literally being denied by our State Department. Well, we don't have any knowledge of those planes sitting there. So
Blinken,
therefore they're not
Blinken, what is
sitting
this?
there.
Blinken, that he's another liar. That Blinken, I don't know. These cronies that they put in office, it's like you could put an idiot in there who could do a better job than this guy. Someone who's retarded, you could put in that position, and they could probably, you could put a monkey, like, and just say tap this, give him a banana, tap this, and do a better job than these guys. I'm sorry, I mean, it's like I'm angry, and then at the same time, throwing a little humor in there, but it's no humor when they're going door to door. And if you're Afghanistan, you're getting the bullet. If you're American, you're getting hail harshes. The women went to Cairo to protest. They started shooting into the crowd, and then putting the women underneath banks to keep them away from the protesting. But the older women know if they don't say nothing, their daughters are going to be a part of this sex trafficking, this molesting of their young daughters before they're even of age. They know they got to stand up and fight for their daughters, because under the Taliban and the Sharia law, after 20 years of knowing real freedom, to go back to that century, they're not having it. They said it's better to be dead than to go back to that. I agree with them.
It's amazing. It's amazing. We also have the Cuban stuff still going on. Not getting any cover at all. And, the Cubans really know what it's like to have lost their freedom. And so that's why that's not even being covered at all, not even a little bit, because, what the mainstream media does not want is a whole demographic of society rising up and standing up and saying, no, this is what freedom looks like. We need to do it this way. And that's really honestly where we're sitting. We are really close to a situation where, man, we're dividing ourselves at an exponential rate. And there will be a time where we do need to, as Americans, stand up for our traditional values, the ones that did unite us once.
Yeah. And the guy who shot those people in the Boulder King Supers, they're saying that he's not competent to stand trial. They're going to test him a little bit more. They are afraid of what would come out in the trial, being that he was transitioned into one of the Hijaz mass murderers while in America, and they don't want that narrative to get out. So, ladies and gentlemen, you're never going to hear from that killer who killed all those people, those 10 people in the King Supers here, because they don't want that narrative to get out there. And just as in case of when Jimmy Carter, nice guy, but weak, and we had our people held under hostages all those times, all those days, and they were singing "Death to America, Death to America," and that brought on the nuance. Now, we talked about this before, Alan. That brought on the nuance of 12 years of Republicans, because America saw how weak that president was. This is almost like a deja vu, but this is a deja vu on steroids with this guy.
Well, I think that as opposed to 1978, 79, as Carter was getting ready to go out and Reagan was about ready to be elected into office, the times are much different. And the plan that the elites wanted to put into play is a lot further along. And, certainly there have been things that have kind of slowed it down some, but it's only slowed it down some. Unless we, as a people, stand up and just say we really can't have this great reset. We can't have this this elite power thing, and we can't have big government like it is, and we can't have all these people coming into our country and diluting our way of life.
But just forget about the illegal people that want to just come in to have a better life. What about the sex traffickers? What about the what are those other the drug cartel? What about the cells? Yeah,
that's the thing. I mean, because if it were just refugees, wanting a better life, we could absorb that. We could
deal with that. Yeah,
we could deal with that. But
and then teach them. We're a law-abiding country. Go back and fill out the paperwork. Don't get in front of the line when you should be in back of the line. But yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's just the idea that we cannot take in thousands upon thousands upon thousands of military-age individuals that have a different ideology. That have a bent towards hatred towards the very country that they
Omar. One of the team of 5 women hates America, hates Israel, and she's there in Congress with Nancy Pelosi saying, well, she just doesn't understand. The hell she does understand. She understands how much she hates Israel. She understands how much she hates America. She understands that she can do polygamy with her what does that call incest with her brother, faking it with her brother to get into to America, marrying her brother just so she can get away from the country that if she loves it so much, go back there, get back in that country that she's from. If she hates America so much, but no, she wants to come over here and wreck our system because her system was already wrecked. She just wants to dump her crap on our American way. That's another one. And don't get me started about ALC. That's another crackpot. But anyway, I digress. Wait a minute. Should we hear a little bit more of this?
Not only
sure, why not?
The State Department doing nothing to rescue our fellow Americans that they abandoned. Now they are reportedly obstructing private rescue missions by a lot of retired ops guys, special ops forces that are willing to put their own lives at risk to help the Americans that he abandoned. The Americans who were supposed to board these planes, they showed up at the airport, they forked over their papers to the Taliban, and once again tonight they are in hiding, now more vulnerable than ever. One unnamed person involved with the extraction efforts telling Fox News, quote, if one life is lost as a result of this, the blood is on the White House's hands. Their blood is on their hands. Adding, quote, it is not the Taliban that is holding this up as much as it sickens me to say, it is the U.S. government. This is so bad, even Democratic Senator, huge liberal, Richard Blumenthal, Connecticut, is blasting the administration over their incompetence. Are you okay with this? Ron Klain, Tony Blinken, Joe Biden, if you're awake, Susan Rice. Is this one of the contingencies that you plan for also? Or do you just not care that you abandoned Americans and left them pretty much for dead to fend for themselves? That's right, under terrorist rule.
That's right. This, I mean, I have a feeling that this is going to cause not 12 years of Republican rule, and I hope not overrun by rhinos, not because I'm hoping that we can get those rhinos out of there, those George Soros funded rhinos and this other rich lady that has been going from Colorado to Alaska and making our primaries where Democrats and independents can come in, and then they can fund the ones that they want, who are the watered down versions of Republicans, get those people in there, and then still have it reflect what the Democrats, the socialist, communist Democrats want. It's like, no, we got to stop. We got to stop this by us Republicans, us conservatives, stepping up, getting into these local events, because we need common sense on the school boards, the all these underlying
Absolutely
events.
right. I mean, the local theater, so to speak, is a lot more powerful than what people give credit for, because it will, in effect, have far-reaching consequences for when you get into the state-run governmental structure as well. You know, your different legislature depends upon all of the different local bodies, local entities communicating with the state to determine what is needed in a certain demographic, certain area of the country, you know. And so it is going to be interesting, especially with what's going on in California right now with
Gavin Newsom, and they don't want Elder in there, and I hope Elder is going to more than just his radio audience to get the votes. And Chuck Schumer, you could put him down the toilet as well. The lie, but you know, it's really weird. I have speeches from Chuck Schumer when he was talking like he had a clear head, and now he's jumped over on the other side of the fence. So Chuck, he's an opportunist as well as Nancy Pelosi. But our Governor Polis, he said it was a debate, some kind of debate, that he was interested in seeing us have what is it that Texas have? They don't have income tax, no income tax. But he's only interested in it if we have no income tax or income tax being levied upon us, where it could separate these different parts of where putting these fees here, fees there.
So basically, he's going to do away with the state.
Well, yeah, he's talking about it, and as if it's going to be a good thing. But if you just if you separate all these different fees in different areas, then it's just harder to find out. You can't say, well, it's because of our income. And they could separate in the higher taxes on property, higher taxes business, higher taxes here, left, right. And you can never point a finger like this one. So in a way, he's making it sound like, oh yeah, we're going to be progressive like Texas and Florida and stuff like that. But no, it's just a way to hide the taxes, which they call a fee, to make more of it, so they can steal more money from the American people.
Yeah, that's a very interesting money-making scheme, let me tell you.
Oh man, they got. I mean, and he's a very, you know, and then I heard, okay, getting to the Denver in Decay. There's a video you can go and see by Stephen Tubbs here on KNUS Radio, Denver in Decay, where they want to clean up the Civic Center Park. Right? They want to clean it up next 2 months. But I heard this new companies coming to Denver, and they want to open their facility here. Now it could just be that, well, they say, well, if we come there, somebody named Varmay entered the waiting room. Should we take a chance on this Varmay?
Might as well.
Okay, let's see who this vitamin is.
That a barmaid has to say.
Okay, let's see who this person is.
How you doing?
Wait, hold on for a second. I let them in. We'll see what this person.
More love from our fans, folks. Hit us up at info
Okay.
at innervisionfm.com if you have any.
Okay.
That's more of our fans. Yep.
Козлы ебаные, блядь. Кричатники ебаные, блядь. Ну-ка нахуй отсюда, чтобы ни одного падлу, блядь, не видел здесь никогда. И не заходите, они же, блядь, шустрые, блядь, как...
Well, see you later, Vitamin.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
Gotta love our fans, even our troll fans.
Yeah,
we have
it's
true.
like-
We have true fans and we have troll fans. Oh gosh, not funny. Gosh,
I know.
I'm
I
funny.
know.
Just ask me, I'll tell you.
Yeah, well, no, I don't know what language he was speaking, but maybe he was part of the Taliban.
That could
man.
be.
Yeah,
That could be.
one of those cells that are hiding in America, waiting to cause havoc on 9/11, the 20th year anniversary. And if something does happen, we can point at this regime of Biden for letting these terrorists in this country.
Yeah.
Because they're just here just waiting for the signal, and game's over. So I hope it's not going to be that way. You know, we'll pray to God, and but you know, it is.
That's not a bad thing right there, is to do some fasting and some praying right up to and right up through.
Yes, this is true. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I know this has been an intense show. YouTube may find something wrong with it, as they found it wrong when I said Fauci is a liar. Why do you want to lie to us, Fauci? And now we're finding out that Fauci is a liar, and YouTube, Facebook, and all those guys are just licking his ass. So, but not here on Innervision FM. We're not planning on licking Fauci's ass, Biden's ass, or heaven forbid, heels up Harris. But so anyway, life is strange.
Right too.
Oh, tomorrow is my wife's birthday, so I'm going to be
Hey.
celebrating with her tomorrow. Today is her name day, so I want to say happy birthday to my wife.
Hey,
and
right to tell you, happy birthday,
happy
ma'am.
birthday, yeah. And so we're not going to be doing the show tomorrow night, but we'll see you Monday.
Monday. Will.
And you guys just have a blessed one. Taliban, eat dirt. And if Trump was in there, you would be eating dirt. So you're lucky that this I don't know what to call him. I don't know what to call him. Anyway, God bless. Keep the faith, and we'll see you next week.
Amen.